For 3.2 task 2, it says that Eric and Tom are making small bows for presents. They will need pieces of ribbons like the one shown, which will be cut from a ribbon that is 3/4 yard long. So we have 3/4 of a yard that we have for this ribbon, and they want to cut pieces that are 2/9 of a yard long. So we are taking 3/4 and we are dividing it into pieces that are 2/9 of a yard long. One thing we need to pay attention to is just because it says this number first, or it talked about this number first and then 3/4 doesn't mean we do 2/9 divided by 3/4. You always have to take what do you have. We have 3/4. We want to cut pieces that are 2/9. So we are going to look at Eric's method and Tom's method and explain both of them. So if we look at Eric, he did 3/4 divided by 2/9. I can see 3/4, he turned it into 3/4 times 9/2. So I want you, so he came up with 27 times 8, which turned into 3 3/8. So I want you to explain to me, how did Eric go from divide to multiply? What was Eric doing? So go ahead and do that, pause the video, and then come back when you're ready to look at Tom. So Tom started the same way, 3/4 divided by 2/9, and he turned that into 27/36 and divided by 8/36. So here we have this here. How did we go from 4 and 9 and turn those into 36? So how do you think, what was Tom, right? Notice here, went from 4 to 9 to 36. So what was Tom doing that was different than Eric? So honestly, if I'm doing this problem, I'm going to do it Eric's way. I think this was much easier, but this is another way you can do it. So go ahead and explain Tom's method there. So now it wants to know how many whole pieces can we cut from the long ribbon. So we took, right, 3/4 and we're dividing it by 2/9. Now I'm noticing I can't do 3 divided by 2 and 4 divided by 9. So I want to turn it into a multiplication problem. So the multiplicative inverse. So copy the first one, change it to multiply, use the inverse of the second one, copy dot flop. So now we have 27 over 8. 8 goes in there. 8, 16, 24. It goes in there 3 whole times. So we're at 24. 3 times 8 was 24, 25, 26, 27. There's 3 left out of 8. So this wants to know how many whole pieces can they cut. If they don't have that whole 2/9, then they can't get a long enough ribbon. So we can see here, right, they have 3 whole pieces. So now it's going to ask us, what does the 3/8 in this quotient, so here's our quotient, 3 3/8, the answer to a division problem. What does the 3/8 in the quotient mean? We have, right, how much is left over? 3/8 of means to multiply. We have 3/8 of 2/9. So we took our pieces, we had 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, and we had a little bit left over. How much left over? 3/8 of the 2/9. So 2 times 3 here, 3 times 9 here will give us how much of the yard is left over that they couldn't use. So we can see a couple ways to do the same problem. You can use the one that works best for you. Let's go ahead and finish up task 2 and be sure to get it checked.